Another author that doesn't have an author's page. Oop, Silver just fell over. Doc Sanford? Yeah, it's Doc Sanford. That's the author, and the SCP is called Wounded Child. Oh boy. We don't like that. Object class Keter. This has been a Keter heavy read today. As SCP-2468 relocates at random intervals, it is impossible to fully contain the phenomenon. Should SCP-2468 relocate, the surrounding area must be locked down and quarantined by a containment team, with cover stories given in the likely case of civilian activities around it. Once lockdown has been achieved, in order to maximize SCP-2468's time within the locked zone, a minimal mass of roughly 55 kilograms of raw, fresh meat will be brought to SCP-2468's area of effect once a week, starting from day 1 of locating. Disappearance of SCP-2468 must be reported immediately. Okay, so it can disappear, but we teleport, maybe, or just vanish. SCP-2468 is an entity resembling a human child, with all reported cases appearing to be at the ages of 9 to 10 years. The entity appearance changes aperiodically, although it always bears wounds of various sources. Strangulation, blunt cranial trauma, and bruises of varying severity that appear to be more common in others. Well, look who it is. It's Howard. Hope you're doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm a little bit tired, but we had the last 2 ones anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. SCP-2468 tends to appear in populated yet open areas, including urban parks and town squares. The entity has shown a tendency to revisit places which have resulted in a successful yield. That's almost done. Yeah, almost done. How you doing? Looks like for Zeno, what's it called? Summer savings time is already happening. Because he did ask me like 45 minutes before, no, 40 minutes before I actually, he asked me 20 minutes before. What am I saying? He asked 40 minutes before I streamed if I was late, and I was like, no. So it's gonna go back to even later for you, or technically even earlier for you to wake up very soonish. SCP-2468's behavior is consistent across all instances. The entity lies on the floor in the fetal position and requests help in various languages. Recorded languages include English, Spanish, Russian, Swahili, Hebrew, and German, depending on its current location. Upon reaching a distance of 35 centimeters from SCP-2468, organic objects are lifted by an unknown force to a height of approximately 2 meters and dematerialize completely along with SCP-2468. The entity returns to the area after roughly 2 minutes in the time between SCP-2468 its disappearance and its return. No anomalous qualities are found in the area it is located in. Testing has shown that SCP-2468 disables all electronic devices, including GPS trackers and wireless cameras. Retrieved electronics have shown signs of water damage, even in waterproof objects. SCP-2468 has been responsible for the disappearance of 16 individuals so far. Out of those, 4 have returned. All 4 subjects were reported to have mass of roughly 55 kilograms or less prior to disappearance. All subjects were found in a catatonic state and 2 expired prior to questioning. Although seemingly intended to capture humans, SCP-2468 will accept any type of meat with a mass above 55 kilograms. Raw and fresh meat has been proven to contain the anomaly in area. It's been found in longer than frozen, cooked, or expired meat. Inorganic objects do not affect. Pants a little bit tight. There we go. Again, raw and fresh meat has been proven to contain the anomaly in the area. It's been found in longer than frozen, cooked, or expired meat. Inorganic objects do not in contact with organic objects are not affected by SCP-2468. SCP-2468 was first cited by the Foundation during a series of disappearances in the town of New York. The case was brought to the Foundation attention when a homeless woman seemingly disappeared in front of several witnesses after approaching a child, was later found catatonic at a town park. The Foundation interrogated the subject before administering Class B amnestics to her and all the witnesses and initiating a lockdown on SCP-2468 surrounding in order to contain and begin research. Since its discovery, SCP-2468 has moved 35 times and is currently located in Redacted, Ohio. Addendum 1, Interview of D6. Okay, Interview D6 and interviewer, Dr. Sanford. Okay, forward. D6 is the first D personnel in Dr. Nguyen line of experiments with SCP-2468 to survive long enough for an interview. Nice. What happened after you got close to SCP-2468?
I can't really describe it, Doc. Ain't nothing like anything that ever happened to me.
Could you please try? Subject looks around and sighs loudly.
Alright, Doctor. I'll try. First, it felt like I fell up. Kinda like skydiving, you know?
Except this time I was going up instead of down. For a few seconds, I just fell up. It's dark as hell, and then I suddenly... Ever fell into a pool on your stomach? That's what happened. You fell up into a pool of water? It wasn't water. It didn't feel like water. Something about it just was plain wrong. That's when I noticed a fishing hook between my teeth. A fishing hook? Yeah, those crooked metal things you put on a fish rod, only a hell lot big and lodged in my cheek. We didn't find any wounds on your person. I know, but it was there. Lord knows it was. I believe you. Continue. What happened when you fell in the water? It was... I couldn't breathe. And my back is itchy. God damn. When I first tried to, I inhaled some of the water. So did it burn on the way in. It was sort of like salt water too. It was hot and overwhelming, and it felt like I was invaded by a fucking salt. I could taste it in my mouth, and it was up to my nose and down my chest, and subject becomes very agitated. Interview postponed, resumed at a later date. Sorry about that, Doc. It's alright. Continue. What happened next? Alright, I started struggling with my breath before seeing them. Who's them? The fuckers who held the rods. There were 3 of them, and one was a lot bigger than the other 2. They were like massive fish with legs and hands. Okay. They had orange scales all over the body, except for the legs. Those were green. One of the small ones, it held me closer to its face. I could see his head and face. Subject takes a deep breath. And Lord, what an ugly face it had. Noted. What happened then? That thing started shaking me around, making the most horrible noise, and showed me to the big one. He just looked at me for a second, and then he threw me back to the water, or air, or whatever. And that's where we found you? Yeah, next thing I know, I'm coughing my lungs out, and one of you guys rushed to my aid. Understood. Will that be all? No. The big one, it said something before it threw me back. What do you say? It ain't got no meat on it. End log. These 6 was retained for further questioning. Very, very interesting. I will attempt to make contact with these entities, Dr. Ng. Of course, he's like, I won't make contact, instead of be like, oh wait, they're probably trying to fish us and eat us. I completely forgot that the child was even involved in all this. Why is the child involved in all this? Addendum 2. Following the interview with D6, after getting approval from Security Chief H, Dr. Ngai began attaching stainless steel plates with messages expressing benevolence and an interest in communication engraved on them to the meat supplied to SCP-2468. All messages were rejected by SCP-2468. After 3 rejected messages, the entity relocated to its current position. Dr. Ngai was forbidden from sending more messages this way. Yeah, I assume the fish they didn't really care about you that much. I had an assumption. Still wondering I'm wondering why is it a human child and why does it look like it has gone through abuse? I know it says it had wounds, but it does sound like it went through some sort of abuse. Maybe this human child is bait. It's like some sort, yeah, it's something like interdimensional bait. And when you talk to him, kind of like the anglerfish, you know, the human child is a little like the little luminescent ball. You come closer, suddenly, whoa! But in this case, you get transported to a different reality and then get fished like a normal fish. I am theorizing that the child is an interdimensional bait to lure people closer so that it can teleport you to another reality where fish hunt humans via fishing. Okay, so that's why I'm tired of yawning. I'm tired of myself.